Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the next episode of the G&A podcast. You heard of your lie in April. Well, I am your truth in May. Shooby-doo.
And I'm someone who didn't prepare an intro, so Roni.
Welcome back to the G&A podcast, where we talk about all things anime, the good, the bad, and the weeb. How are you doing, Oni?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you doing, Drew?
Allergies. I have a little bit of a Red Bull left, so let's hope it gets us through this podcast, or else I'm gonna die.
And I have an angry orchard, so together we should together we should make it through this.
I guess. So this episode we are doing the preview for spring, anime preview for spring, 2021. And for people who are first watching or watching this for the first time, how we do it is basically we read off of anychart.net. You can follow us if you want. Basically read the synopses, probably look at the anime production company that's in charge of said project, and give our cute little 2 cents. And then we just do that for all the anime that are airing.
Yep.
More or less.
And then we pick which 7, or rather 6, we want to cover in our weekly podcast, which hopefully you guys can join us for that. And you guys get to pick one if you're a patron. Patrons get one patron choice of a show for us to follow this season. So without further ado, since it is a big season, shall we get into it?
Absolutely.
Who wants to do the honors of starting this?
This person's so long. I'll go first.
Okay.
This is 86. I colon, they write it out 86 again in English. I mean, I guess for Japanese people it'd be like what, Hachiju Roku?
Yep.
Hachiju Roku 86. By A1 Pictures. A war without casualties. The Republic of Magnolia, Sen Magnolia has long been under attack from the neighboring Guidian Empire's army of unmanned drones known as the Legion. After years of painstaking research, the Republic finally developed autonomous drones of their own, turning the one-sided struggle into a war without casualties, or at least that's what the government claims. In truth, there's no such thing as a bloodless war. Beyond the fortified walls protecting the 85 Republic territories lies the non-existent 86 sector. The young men and women of this forsaken land are branded the 86 and stripped of their humanity. Wait, I feel like I made this sentence wrong. The young men and women of this forsaken land are branded the 86 and stripped of their humanity, pilot the unmanned weapons into battle.
Wow, that feels like a major plot point that was just spoiled in the synopsis. Thanks, synopsis.
Yeah, they could have honestly just ended after, but there's no such thing as a bloodless war.
Yeah, that's how you create intrigue, and I would have been like, oh, what does that mean? And then the synopsis was like, well, let me elaborate by spoiling the plot.
I'm like, all right, well, thanks, girl.
Thanks, now we have to watch.
Yeah.
I do like dramas and sci-fi. I think a good
Yeah, it's still a good premise. They didn't have to spoil it, but it
was an interesting premise. Apparently it's already 86 Part 2 is already announced.
Well, damn.
Season 2, baby! That was the fastest Season 2 announcement I've ever seen.
Wow.
And of course, A1 Studios is a pretty big studio, so...
Yeah, so maybe it won't suck? Question mark? I don't know.
Who knows? Could be a hidden gem. If you guys like sci-fi, go check it out.
Yeah.
All right. Should I do
Yeah,
the
I was gonna say I don't think we'll be covering it only because
Oh yeah, no.
our dance card's pretty full, y'all.
Yeah, this is a packed season. We have very limited space, as
Mm-hmm.
you'll see. But one other thing we're not covering is Bakugan. Geogen
Yeah,
Rising?
Jogan.
Geogen
Yeah,
Rising. I was going to read that as Gorgon Rising. Would have been better if
I
it was
know.
Gorgon
I'm just
Rising.
like, no, not SEO.
By TMS Entertainment. It's the sequel to Bakugan Armored Alliance. Bakugan Geogen Rising sees the hero Dragonoid return as the awesome brawlers remain in a deep slumber, healing from the last time they had to save the world. This time, the gang will face adventures with a new set of Bakugan characters, including why is it even longer than yours? Geogan, a Bakugan-like creature fused with elements of crystals, and forming a new geometric form. Not only do Geogans look different than their Bakugan counterparts, but they're also extremely strong and built to brawl. It's not long before the awesome brawlers turn this group of misfit Bakugan into loyal partners, and Geogan have arrived on the scene, ready to prove their worth and dominate the Bakugan battle arena. Holy fuck. Just the synopsis could have been like, buy our toys.
Right. Also, I'm gagged by the name Awesome Brawlers.
They workshop that one for all of 5 seconds.
Right. They're like, the Awesome Brawlers have wakened from their slumber. I'm like, God, that really does feel like a fucking toys.
Yeah. If I was 5, I'd be all over this show. I honestly would. If I was 5. This is the Beyblade of our time.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. So I guess you like Bakugan, watch it.
Yeah, go. Not us.
Not us. Up next, we have Bakuten by Zek. The anime is set in Miyagi Prefecture's Iwanuma City and centers on a high school rhythmic gymnastics team. The anime follows Shotaro Futaba, who is fascinated by gymnastics after seeing it in his third year of middle school, and joins the rhythmic gymnastics team of his new high school, Shoshukan High School, nicknamed Aohai. He makes a friend with his schoolmate Ryota Misato, who earned fame for
aim
as a gymnast during middle school. Why is it always? I don't know. Why is it almost never when Oni reads?
For as a gymnast.
Or as a gymnast. And I hate it.
You know, I do think it's interesting to have a gymnast anime with
absolutely
with male characters. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's free, but gymnastics.
Yeah.
But gymnastics is a hardcore sport, so I'm here for it.
Yeah. Oh, as opposed to swimming, which is
sorry, Summer.
I'll tell. I hope Michael Phelps, hold your comments. Direct them at Drew.
Yeah, no, Michael Phelps. No, don't be mad at me.
But nonetheless, I'm not a swimmer nor a gymnast, so I'm not watching that.
Yeah, I might watch this on my free time.
Ha! I got you. I get what you're laying down.
I totally didn't even mean that. That's the gag.
Next up, we have Battle Athletes Daiundokai Restart by 7. The sequel to Battle Athletes Daiundokai Part 1, I guess. Aspiring athletes from around the galaxy gather to compete in a tournament where the winner will be crowned the Cosmic Beauty. What begins as a rivalry grows into friendship among the athletes, including a lunar refugee and her kangaroo companion. Hold up. The daughter of an arms-dealing CEO, a mysterious loner, and Earth's representative, a humble potato farmer named Kanata Akeyoshi. Fuck. Do I have to watch this? I didn't see the first season. I didn't know the show existed.
Me neither.
What? Let me see this. This looks.
Did you finish? Wait, did you finish?
It, yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, so the way there was absolutely no there was, and this happened before in the last time we did a spring preview. There was no synopsis for mine.
What do you mean?
There's none. It just for mine.
Oh,
it
yeah,
says-
we have different. Yeah, I don't know why they do that. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe any chart changes every browser it's on or something. It always has something written differently. Interesting though. Interesting. It is the second season. So I don't think
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
It's a sequel from like 97.
Oh fuck. I was gonna say the designs look really old school, like the character designs. They look really simplistic, pre K-On! Ugu, faces for anime.
Yep. I like the design of the girl with the blue hair, with all tied up. That's cute.
Yeah, that's pretty cute. Main girl looks. I like the girl with the white hair too. I might actually check out this series. I might just do that. I do love. It sounds like a wacky '90s, wacky zany '90s anime, which I really do like. Like Excel Saga.
Yeah. Is this a
It's a comedy. Or it says action adventure, but I mean, based on that synopsis, I'm gonna assume it's a comedy.
I'm just like,
it's not Attack on Titan.
Well, okay then.
I don't think we'll cover it on the podcast though.
No.
All right then.
Up next we have Baishonen Tantedan by Shaft.
Nope.
Uh-oh. The Pretty Boy Detective Club, a mysterious organization that's rumored to solve problems at Yubiwa Academy. Manabu the what is that word?
I was gonna say athlete. I'm like, whoa, those letters aren't an athlete.
I think it means athlete.
Maybe I should zoom in a bit on the. I don't know if the viewers can see as well. There we go.
No, it's a word.
It is, but I'm pretty sure it's just aesthete.
The aesthete.
Oh, this show's already too pretentious for me. This is a Shaft
show. Not them losing us. The synopsis. Manabu the aesthete, Michiru the epicure, Kyoto the Adonis, Nagahiro the orator, Sosaku the artiste.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's a search for a star she glimpsed 10 years ago. Second year student Mayumi Dojima calls on these 5 pretty boys to help her solve the case. Which pretty boy is your favorite?
At least it's very straightforward.
at least they're like, we realize what this is.
Yeah, they're like, listen, pretentious shit, now which one do you want to slam?
Oh my god, that's nuts.
I commend them on being so upfront.
Oh my god, I'm definitely watching this in my free time.
Tell me
the first few episodes.
Tell me how that goes. I'm sure it's going to be a wild trip if it's anything.
I hope because it says comedy mystery, so I really hope it's with the humor.
Who knows? Could be really good.
Yes, I feel like this is like an even prettier, more shaftier version of just Oran Host Club.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, what show does this remind me of? All right. Next up, we have Blue Reflection Ray. Oh, I really like that name. By JC Staff. Set in a world where feelings such as joy, sadness, and anger have an unseen influence on reality. Kind of like reality. The story follows the fateful meeting of Hirohara, an outgoing girl who always reaches out to people with need, and Ruka Hanari, a socially awkward girl who doesn't know how to get along with other people. Well, their feelings change themselves and the world around them. Oh, it's a Maho Shoujo? You have that tag too?
Do they?
What are your tags? I have fantasy and Maho Shoujo, but nothing in that description I read made
I just have fantasy.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting. The synopsis is not interesting at all. It sounds like 2 girls, slight shoujo I feel.
Yeah.
This should have been the Shaft show.
The last was made by JC Staff.
Yeah. Which means it's probably not gonna. Well, maybe they always like they do a good show every now and again.
Yeah.
Who knows?
They're very. They have some hits.
Just based on, let me see.
I know I said they have some hits. It's just I see what they planned. I'm just like,
Yeah, for every hit they have like two bombs. It's a game of land.
Psyche is like a popular one.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like Psyche
and Konosuba.
Yeah, and then you have
I think that's just
Hang Yakusei, Million Arthur, and that show with the mom that wants to fuck the kid, and
sure, the mom wants to fuck the kid. Wait,
her son, the MILF isekai.
Okay. Oh yeah. Yep. And then we have Don Machi. No, I'm just kidding.
Nah, I knew you. I was like, man, when is you gonna land Don Machi?
It was too easy.
Their track record's a little bit better than I thought. I mean, they do have
Shokugeki.
All right, man. Maybe I'm too rough on JC Staff. Maybe they are more competent than I gave them credit for.
Yeah, they have some good stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, not them having Kiss Bang Dream. Oh no,
no. Before you come back to your senses and realize that they have so many bombs. All right, not watching.
Next up, what we are actually watching is Boku no Hero Academia, season 5, which is just the 5th season.
Mm-hmm.
You watched from season 1. We're gonna keep watching.
Yeah.
We actually by this point we're recording this, we already saw episode 1 and covered it on the podcast.
So check out that episode of the podcast for our thoughts.
Yep.
Right, of course. Next up, we have Card Fight Vanguard Overdress.
Oh, girl, good luck.
Wait, what? Oh, it's a card game.
Why? Why are the kids it was like the longest shit.
I like Card Fight Vanguard though, but it's a card game. Yu is a boy living in Kanazawa, Kaga province. He's 15 years old and is 30 of junior high school. He has the ability to sense the feelings of others, but he's troubled by the fact that he cannot say no when asked. One day, Yu could no longer stand going along with his sister's hobby, so he ran away from home. The one who saves him is Megumi Okuda. Megumi invites Yu to a nighttime amusement park called Wonder Hill, where her friends hang out. At the amusement park, yeah, I'm like this. When does the dojin start? Yu meets Megumi, Zakusa, Ishikame, and Tomari Seto, members of Team Blackout. 119. I need an adult. A group that meets to play Vanguard every night. Tonight, a serious fight for the team's flag will take place. Blackout's leader, Danji Munoyama, and the mysterious and powerful fighter, Toya Ebada, as Yu stares at them. Wait, what? No, serious? This is like the longest run-on sentence? Where's the period?
No, and mysterious and powerful fighter.
Yeah, but that whole thing was a sentence. Like,
oh yeah, Ibada. No, Blackouts.
Okay, I missed that.
Leader.
Blackout's leader.
Yeah.
All right, I missed that period. All right.
Yeah.
Whew. Blackout's leader, Danji Momoyama, and the mysterious and powerful fighter Toya Asa.
I mean, that sentence doesn't make any sense. But
it doesn't make it, but that's why. It must be why I broke my brain. I placed a comma where that period should be because my brain. As Yu stares at them, the card fight is soon eroded into a world of images. This is how Yu encounters Vanguard.
Oh, he already got drugged.
Yeah, he really was a part of Team Blackout. A world he has never seen before. It is drawn by its powerful allure, making new friends along the way.
I don't like this. I don't like this.
Is this?
I don't like this.
Are we sure this is not the Shaft show?
Right? I don't know why this feels like a really thinly thinly veiled
drug adventure.
Yeah, drug adventure. Like
I knew it. Vanguard was just a metaphor for drug use this whole time.
Yeah, we're playing card Vanguard.
No, Mom, I was just playing Vanguard. I swear. ...
No.
Yeah, no.
All right. Up next, we have Cetus. I'm gonna call him Cetus because I don't know how to pronounce that. The Roman fighter.
You are correct. That is his name. I'm reading the synopsis.
Oh, okay. By Bandai Namco Pictures. 54 AD. Cetus, a young boy orphaned by the Roman Empire, made a slave, is placed into a training school for pugilists. I don't know how to pronounce that word. It is here that he begins his journey to defy fate and fight for his own freedom.
What? We're getting a Spartacus adaptation? Yeah. I don't know why I looked up Bandai Namco. I know what they do. They all do like all these kid shows.
Yeah. I'm sure you know what they do. Oh my god, they come out with Tiger and Bunny next year.
Oh yeah. Well, I always forget they do Gintama.
Oh, they did the first season.
Oh, this is a season 2?
No, they did the first season of Tensura.
They did?
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit! What?
Mm-hmm.
That's wild. I didn't realize that.
Imagine having an anime where it's just like you're just being carried by Gintama. This company is just carried by Gintama.
I mean, what about oh, they have an idol anime, then they're definitely also carried by that. I don't even care what it is.
It's there's a
Aikatsu. Yeah, no, they're getting carried by that too. Aikatsu and Gintama are carrying this entire company.
I guess that's a really popular one.
Yeah,
I figured as much because they have like 50,000 series. What the hell?
Oh boy, they're a powerhouse. But yeah, no, I like the premise, but something tells me it's not gonna be executed very well.
Yeah.
Oh, I like historical dramas though. Either way. Next up, we have Dragon Ie wo Kau by Signal MD. The story follows Letty, a dragon who is cast out of their family home after failing to live up to a dangerously high standards. Talk about relatable. And sets out to find a new place to live. But in this world full of magical creatures, elves, dwarves, and more, it's not so easy for a fearsome dragon. Get ready for the high-stress world of real estate to collide with this comedy adventure. This isn't Maid Dragon.
Right? But I kind of want to watch it. I'm not saying we had to watch it.
I'll put it as a maybe, only because it looks silly. I like the premise.
I like the premise too.
Alright, maybe.
Right. Next up is Duel Masters King by Brains Base Shogakukan Music and Digital Entertainment. And it's just a sequel to Duel Masters King.
Hey, pass.
Yeah, basically. Next
up, we have Eden's Zero by JC Staff, because JC Staff always has to do 17 different shows a season. 11 months after the grand finale of Fairy Tail, master mangaka Hiro Mashima is back with a great adventure beyond imagination. No, it's literally this. Yeah, it's beyond imagination. It's fairy tale. It's Fairy Tail in space. At the steadfast,
right there.
You just copy and pasted Happy, and you change Lucy slightly.
Yeah. And not the different colored hair.
Yeah, exactly. And Urza's right there. All the steadfast friendship, crazy fighting, and blue cats you've come to expect. Oh, good. So the show's self-aware. In space, a young boy gazes up at the sky and sees a streaming bolt of light. The friendly, armor-clad being at his side tells him gently, "That's a dragon." The fact that he's joking isn't important. What's important is the look of wonder on the boy's face and the galaxy-spanning adventure that's about to take place. Join Hiro Mashima, Fairy Tail and Rave Master, once more as he takes to the stars for another thrilling saga. I will watch this, but it's going to be a long running series. I don't think we're going to cover it on the podcast.
Right. Oh yeah, I probably might watch it too. I mean, I'm like, I looked at it as we were making fun of it for Fairy Tail. I was just like, but I like Fairy Tail.
Yeah, exactly. I like that. That girl back there looks like Wendy's. I'm like, damn, the whole crew is here. Fuck, I'm gonna have to watch this. So, damn, yeah, it does look fun though. Man, I wish I could be like that dude. That dude's living a life. He just has to keep copying and pasting his story with the same characters in different settings.
He was like, well, I like Tsubasa Chronicles, so
yeah.
Alright. Up next we have Fairy Ranmaru. Anata no kokoro o tatsuke shimasu by Studio Comet. Set in a world of cruelty and heartbreak, Fairy Ranmaru Anata no kokoro o tatsuke shimasu follows 5 young men who work at the mysterious Bar F and who offer to heal the hearts of their clients, wiping away their tears and causing smiles to bloom like flowers. They take no payment aside from stealing their client's heart.
What in the JoJo is going on in that picture?
Okay. I'm like, what do you mean? Oh man, I don't know. The way I want this to be good, and I know it.
It's not. It's not going to be good. But I'm kind of very, very intrigued. I am so intrigued.
Oh, you know this is okay. Yeah, you know this is definitely a show for the girls.
Yeah.
Definitely a show for girls, and literally a bulges. Excuse me.
Yeah, everyone has like a bulge. That one dude is like. Just
like the dude in the red, this is ridiculous. Like that's just ridiculous. Yeah. and I love how they're literally just like we have a magical boy for everyone's taste.
Mm-hmm. You want a Shota? Here you go. You want a girl?
Yeah, and they have Bada, so
mm-hmm.
I guess I'll take an episode or two.
Next time, I'm going to watch one episode just to see what it's like. But next time someone says, oh, they don't have any fan service for women, I'm going to remember this show exists. I'll save it in the back of my memory for one of our arguments.
Well, not just this show.
I know, but I feel like we have an argument on a regular basis where it's like, oh, there's never any kind of fan servicey shows for like women or gay guys. And I'm like, damn, I can't think of any off the top of my head.
Oh, I mean, literally any harem where it's a woman with a bunch of guys.
Yeah, but those aren't like overtly sexual. Like they're not like Orin Host Club didn't have the dude wearing a thong showing his bulge. Like this dude.
That is true.
So I gotta remember the show just for future arguments in comment sections. But nonetheless, not for the podcast.
Yeah.
But what is for the podcast is Fruits Baskets The Final by TMS Entertainment, which is the sequel to Fruits Basket's second season. I'm not reading all that because it's just a sequel.
Wow.
You did the same to Hero Academia.
No, because that's all it said.
Oh, mine had written stuff.
Okay, well, fine. I'll let you have it. like I said, it is show myself.
Yeah, no, I love Fruits Baskets. So, and we covered the first 2 seasons on the podcast. And I'm glad we're getting to see the final season and cover the entire series.
I can't wait to just throw myself to the floor and cry.
I can't wait to hate Akito, and then the show makes me feel bad for her, and then I get mad again.
I'll get mad, but then I don't know. I don't want to think about it.
Yeah, we'll think about it when it happens in 6 days and 14 hours.
All right. Up next is Fumetsu no Natae by Brains Base. A lonely boy wandering the Arctic regions of North America meets a wolf, and the two become fast friends, depending on each other to survive the harsh environment. But the boy has a history, and the wolf is more than meets the eye as well. Is this the one that you told me about?
Yeah, this is the one that everyone keeps recommending us.
Yeah, okay, cool.
It looks really, really good from the trailer. I love the art style. Of course, I love the music because it was Utada Hikaru.
Yeah.
It looks like it's going to be a really good show. I don't know if we're gonna have the potential to cover it because there's so many shows we're covering this season. But I want to put it as a maybe because I do really like the show.
Well, yep, definitely.
Cool. So we'll come back to that. Put a pin in that. Next up we have Higeo Suru Soshite Joshikose o Hiro by Project Number 9. Yoshida was swiftly rejected by his crush for 5 years. On his way home, after drinking his sorrows away, he saw a high school girl sitting on the street. I'll let you do it with me, so let me stay. Okay, alright, that took a turn. Don't even joke about something like that. And so the story of living with a high school girl named Sayu began. The slice-of-life romance story between a runaway high school girl and a 26-year-old salaryman ensues. Oh, this sounds like it's right up Drew's alley.
Yeah! Although I will say I'm not a huge fan of the age difference. That's my only hard pause.
Yeah, I know.
That is like super hard pause.
It sounds so good. It sounds like a fun, messy show. But it does say slice of life, so I don't know if it's going to be more drama or slice of life.
Oh, mine says drama and romance.
Mine says drama and romance, but my synopsis said slice of life.
So
I don't know who to trust.
Yeah, I can't be comfortable with the anime where they're like, like it's like I already don't like it when they do it in like BL anime, where it's like, oh my god, I'm like fresh out of like high school and college, and then the guy who's the top is like, I'm a 30-year-old man. Like, while it's legal, it's still just like, they do that on purpose. They do it on purpose. They do it on. It's legal, but they do it on purpose to very much have that power dynamic. Like, it was very intentional. While it's in BL anime.
Did they show the girl? What's the girl's age? Does it say? Doesn't say. Just this high school girl.
Yeah, it's a high school girl.
Oh, okay. I thought for some reason my mind had 16. I saw somewhere. Well, who knows? I might watch this on my own. Should I put this as a maybe or?
There's a part of me that wants to say yes, but it's like, we could put it as a maybe, but it's gonna be most likely no.
Yeah, maybe leaning no.
Yeah, only because there's so much that we have to consider. Speaking of considerations, up next we have Iji Ranaide Nagatoro-san by Telecom Animation. Nagatoro is a freshman in high school who loves teasing and torturing her older male classmate. What's her motivation, and why does Senpai put up with her? Why does Senpai put up with her? Does Nagatoro just want to create misery for Senpai? Or maybe she secretly likes him?
This is the troll anime. Basically. This is Uzaki with like 10 layers of troll thrown on top of it and more loot.
Yeah. Yeah, it's ugh. I feel like this awakens a lot of things in a lot of people.
Yeah, this could be one of those shows that is gonna do it. It's gonna awaken some thoughts in certain people. Of course, I'm hyped for this. I want to put it as a yes. I feel like even if we put it as a maybe.
I'm probably good. I'm fine with this being a yes.
Okay, so then yeah, I think this probably gonna be the most talked about show this season, next to like
it's really even talked about
exactly. So next up we have Isekai Mao Shokan Shoujo no Dore Majutsu Omega, the sequel to the first season. We did cover the first season on the podcast. I really want to cover the second season. It is, however, a very crowded season. So I want to put this as a maybe. We'll come back to it.
Yeah, this is a maybe because it's like this main competitor is literally the anime we just mentioned.
Exactly.
Before.
I'm so glad they're right next to each other. This was one of those rare ecchi action shows I think actually nailed all of it. Like the ecchi was good and funny. It wasn't just random bullshit.
Yeah, it wasn't awful.
And I did like the premise of the whole fantasy that they were in.
I totally forgot about that anime. I'm not gonna lie.
Wow.
No, not in a bad way. I just forgot. Like so much shit.
And basically, Isekai overpowered main character.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah, so you're next.
All right. Up next, you have Itazura Guma no Gloomy.
This is Nightmare Fuel.
Oh yeah. Oh. Gloomy is an abandoned little bear who is rescued by Pity. At first, he's cute and cuddly, but becomes more wild as he grows up. Since bears do not become attached to people like dogs by nature, Gloomy constantly attacks Pity, even though he is his owner.
Horror slice of life. How does that work?
I don't know.
This genuinely actually creeps me the fuck out. I don't like this at all. I'm very uncomfortable by this image.
Wait, I just, oh god.
It doesn't even show me who the animation studio is. Is this like a...
It's, yeah, I just quickly skimmed through the trailer. I'm just like, huh.
I see the thumbnail of the trailer and I'm just like,
Yeah.
Hmm.
I think it's bounced to like every day, like the bear just literally just tries to kill him, and then the dude get mauled horribly by this teddy bear.
This is like some Happy Tree Friends.
I feel like it. That's
but somehow even more horrific. The bear is really uncomfortable. I can't keep looking at that.
Let's go on.
Yes, to Jordan, the Princess of Snow and Blood. Oh god, no. Continuing the theme. By Back-End Record. The year is 1931. Prince Tokugawa Yoshinobu is 94 years old and holds absolute control over Japan. Remnants of the Meiji era's culture can be seen around the city, but scientific technology and Japanese esoteric cosmology onmyodo are also developing, exuding a sense of modernity. Yet, lurking behind the glitz is Kuchinawa, a dissident group... Oh no, it's a long one. A dissident group, dissident group planning the assassination of the prince and effectively the fall of the regime. Tasked to extinguish these dissidents is Niue, the government's secret executioner group. Sawa Yakumura, who works for this organization, suffered from an early age at the hands of the Kuchinawa boss. Her entire family was murdered, and she dedicated her life to avenging their death. Well, sounds like an interesting, kind of like a... I don't want to say spy, but kind of like a spy drama.
Yeah, it actually is pretty.
And this is a new studio. We don't have any other works. Interesting.
Very, very interesting. Also, damn, even back then, Japanese people do not fucking die.
94, yeah.
I'm like, god damn.
Well, if you're emperor, I assume you have a lot of ways to stay alive.
So.
Nevertheless, we're in low. Pass.
Yes, pass. Pass. Up next is Koito Yobu ni wa Kimochi Warui by Nomad. One day, salaryman Maksa Ryo is saved by a high school girl he doesn't even know at the station. He later finds out that the girl is Arima Ichika. Ryo is somewhat of a womanizer, and to repay her from saving him, he suggests giving her a kiss or going out on a date with her, in which Ichika tells him he's creepy. This, however, opens a new door for Ryo and falls madly in love with her. Ever since then, Ryo tries to overly express his feelings to Ichika. Ichika keeps insulting him and says he's being creepy, but he just seems to take it as her way of showing affection towards him.
Remember when you were uncomfortable with the other show's premise?
The fuck?
I want to watch this.
I do want to watch this.
Me too.
Only because at the very least, she's like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah, at least she's like, "Get the fuck out of here, you creep! I'm a high school girl. I just did one thing for you. Why are you trying to creep on me?"
Exactly. So this is definitely gonna be a watch for me.
Yes, not for the podcast, I don't think.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we have Kyoku Shinkashita Full Dive RPG ga Genjitsu Yori mo Kusoge Datara by Engi. Woo! Oh, it's not just a long title, it's a long synopsis.
Yeah.
The story follows a dull high school student named Hiroyuki when he is tricked into joining a full dive, fully immersive VR role-playing game. The game Kiwame Quest, literally Ultimate Quest, is promoted as more real than reality. With mind-blowing graphics, impressive NPC behavior, and even scent of foliage and the sensation of wind blowing against your skin. Oh shit, you got early access to the VR Cyberpunk 2077.
Right.
Unfortunately, the game is already a virtual ghost town. Oh, really? A cyberpunk.
It is cyberpunk.
Woo! Gamer comedy. After being flooded with player complaints, the game is a little too realistic for its own good. Its quest. I can't believe Cyberpunk got anime adaptation already. Its quests are nearly impossible to clear since players have to be as physically fit as possible to complete them as they would in real life. Players feel actual pain when they get hit, and puncture wounds take days to heal. What?
How do you puncture? How do the wounds
get punctured in real life?
Inflated? Yeah.
I don't know.
You know, this makes as much sense as
the VR, the VR helmet just stabs you in the head.
They just throw spikes and stuff.
Yeah,
like you have a shot.
Yeah, the only reward is the mere sense of accomplishment, but that's the greatest reward. It is the complete opposite of a casual pick up and play game, but Hero vows to beat this most realistic and most stressful game ever. That synopsis was more fun than this show could ever be. I'm sorry. Oh man. Pass.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I'll probably check it out on my own just to laugh at it.
Oh, please let me know how that goes.
I shall.
All right. Up next, we have Marimashita Iruma-kun 2 by Bandai Namco Pictures. The second season of Marimashita Iruma-kun. Suzuki Iruma, a human and deeply non-aggressive, one day becomes the grandson of a great demon Sullivan. Doted on beyond belief, Iruma starts school where Grandpa serves as the chair, and finds to his surprise that he enjoys life there with Asmodeus, Clara, and the rest of his demon classmates. But just when Iruma thought he fitted in, there's more trouble ahead. A ring begins to talk, and Iruma goes bad. Iruma's chaotic demonic life at school continues.
Woo! Season 1 is actually pretty good. It's a what do you call it? Underappreciated gem.
Is it?
Yeah, it's actually pretty funny. It's basically just a comedy school hijinks, but it's all demons in a demon school. It's really cute. It's a cute show.
Yeah, I will add it to my ever-growing anime list.
Yeah, it's a good feels-good show.
What's his name? Like Yamada?
Iruma. Iruma.
Oh. Not Yamada.
It might be his last name, I think.
I think that in my mind I was like, oops, I definitely got that from Bigata HK.
Yeah. It's nothing like Bigata HK.
It's nothing. I want to watch Bigata HK.
This is a wholesome comedy. That does need a second season. Next up, we have Mars Red by Signal MD. Mars Red takes place in 1923, and vampires have existed for quite a while. That's a big turn. But now the number of vampires is increasing, and a mysterious artificial blood source called Ascara has appeared. The Japanese government, in turn, creates Code Zero, a unit within the army tasked with taking down the vampire forces. And what better way to track vampires than by using vampires? Sounds like that could go wrong. Created by Lieutenant General Nakajima, this unit has historically been in the business of information war. but has been reassigned to solve the vampire crisis. It's up to Code Zero and the S-Class vampire Deforet to investigate this increase and put a stop to it before society crumbles.
Okay, so Hellsing, but older and in Japan. Got it.
Yep. Pass.
Yeah. Up next, we have Mashiro no Oto by Shin-Ei Animation. Oh, looks like it's time for my turn. My turn to read my book.
Oh boy.
Shamisen is a traditional Japanese musical instrument that looks similar to a guitar. Teenager Sawamura Setsu's grandfather, who raised him and his older brother Wakana, recently passed away. His grandfather was one of the greatest shamisen players, and the two siblings grew up listening to him play and learning how to play the instrument. Since the grandfather's death, Setsu dropped out of high school, moved to Tokyo, and has been drifting, not knowing what to do besides playing his shamisen. That's when his successful and rich mother, Umeko, storms into his life and tries to shape Setsu up. She enrolls him back to high school, but little does Setsu know that he is about to rediscover his passion for shamisen.
Shamisen.
Yep.
I do like shamisens, but pass.
Yeah.
Cool.
Pasu.
Speaking of pass, Mazika Party by OLM. The franchise centers on wizards who gather Mazika in order to save the world. Junior high school student Kezuru wakes up after a strange dream featuring himself as a wizard, a creature called Maizen, and a mysterious girl. The next day, his friend Kudaichi proudly shows off the newly launched Mazika Party card game. To Kezuru's shock, all the characters running the game's cards are just like the ones in his dream. Meanwhile, why is this so long? Holy
yeah,
fuck.
I didn't say nothing.
It's a kid show.
They're all long.
Meanwhile, Kezuru receives a notification for an event at the major international company Mazika. Intrigued, Kezuru goes to the Mazika store as directed, only to meet Mazika CEO himself, Jeff Johns. Hey, my man. John says, I have great expectations for you, and hands Kezuru Mazika gear. On his way back home, Kezuru is attacked by an airship-like creature. Just when he thinks this is it to himself, his Mazika gear erupts with a magical book appears. When he scratches a card, it's like a scratch and sniff. He seals a contract with Badunya, a Mazen creature that is an odd remixed fusion between an airship and a cat. The mysterious girl Anya says Kazedu and those of his ilk will be the true wizard to save the world. Amid all these mysterious revelations, Kazedu enrolls in Mazika Academy and engages in the Mazika party card battles alongside his partner Mazen.
Oh my god.
Oh man. It felt like I took several drugs while I was reading. What is this?
It was the fusion between an airship and the cat for me. What does that even look like?
How do we one up a Pikachu? Electric mouse. Airship cat.
Airship cat.
Oh god, no.
It's hilarious. Yeah, no. Burn it with fire. Up next, we have Mukul Dreamy Mix by JC Staff, which is just the second season of Mukul Dreamy.
That sounds gross. Mukul Dreamy?
Mukul Dreamy, yeah. I thought that was just me. I don't know why it makes me feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, me too. Also, JC Staff, calm down. There's more seasons in the year. You don't have to put them all in the same season.
Yeah, like we get it. You have a lot of money.
Mm-hmm. Next up, we have Moto Majime ni Fumajime Keiketsu Zorori second season by Agiato and Bandai Namco Pictures. It's the sequel to the first of the series I just talked about. Also, I don't like these character designs. They creep me out too.
Why?
I don't know why. They look like 90s Super Nintendo platformer characters. I don't know.
Yeah. Why is that scary? That's like saying I'm
It's not.
scared.
It's not. It doesn't scare me. It just freaks me out. I don't know, it make me look like. I don't know. The way like '90s mascots kind of like creep you out. You know, like when you see like Chuck E. Cheese or something. Like it just looks weird.
I mean, I get why you'd be creeped out, but I'm not creeped out by that.
Yeah. Or like, what's the Domino? Not the Domino's one. There's one from one of those pizza the gnome or something. I forgot his name.
The gnome, like wait,
there's one for the pizza.
Domino's, Papa
Is it
John.
Domino's? I feel like it's Domino's. It's one of those pizza chains
that had a gnome.
I forget. What's his name? The gnome.
I don't know what gnome you're talking about.
Now I need to look this up. Hold on. Pizza chain. Pizza chain.
I know some of the mascots from McDonald's or just like
the Noid. There we go. The Noid. Yes.
That sounds terrifying.
Yeah.
Was it? How do you spell it?
Noid. Yeah, it was Domino's.
Oh God!
Yeah, that thing.
Oh, kill it with fire! Oh no!
That's why they don't use it anymore. Pass.
Yeah, pass. Pass on Noid. Pass on the Sandman. Pass. Up next, you have Nomad Megalobox 2 by TMS Entertainment. The second season of Megalobox. In the end, Gearless Joe was the one that reigned as the champion of Megalonia, the first ever Megalobox tournament. Fans everywhere were mesmerized by the meteoric rise of Joe, who sprung out from the deepest underground ring to the top in mere 3 months and without the use of gear. 7 years later, Gearless Joe was once again fighting in underground matches, adorned with scars, and once again donning his gear, but now known only as Nomad.
I remember the first season. The first season, a lot of people say is great, or at least I don't know. I hear really mixed results. Some people say it's great. Some people say it's horrible.
Oh, I never seen it.
It always looked interesting to me. Like I do want to watch the first season at some point. I love boxing anime, so.
Really? I feel like you never talk about it.
Because they don't really have that many. Like what they have, like Asha no Joe. They have what's the main one? I'm forgetting now. Ippo. What else do they have? They don't really have that many boxing anime.
Okay.
But yeah, no, boxing anime is cool. It's one of the few sports you could do in anime that makes it look really awesome because you have all the crazy animation and everything. As opposed to putting crazy animation in something like, I don't know, shamisen playing or volleyball.
Hey, listen. You're not trying to get the Haikyuu stand.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I want to watch Haikyuu as well, and then also be like, "Oh my god, Haikyuu's so amazing!"
And then I want to watch it and be like, "Meh," and then get assaulted by all the fans.
Yep.
Either way, we haven't seen the first season, so pass.
Yeah. Up next, we have A Taxi by Olympic. Was that done on purpose?
Oh my god, was it? Or are these two separate companies?
I think they're the same one. No.
No, they are. They're two separate. That's cute. That's so cute.
That is Olympics.
And Japan is hosting the Olympics. Clap. We're watching it just for this. No.
The taxi driver Odokawa lives a very mundane life. He has no family, doesn't really hang out with others, and he's an oddball who is narrow-minded and doesn't talk. The only people he... Ooh, I had a joke in the back. The only people he can call his friends are his doctor, Koriki, and his classmate from high school, Kakibana. All of his patrons seem to be slightly odd themselves. The college student who wants the world to know him online. College student who wants the world to know him online, Kabasawa. A nurse with secrets named Shirakawa. A comedy duo that just can't catch a break named the Homo Sapiens. A local hoodlum named Dobu. An idol group that's just starting out named Mystery Kiss. all these mundane conversations somehow eventually lead to a girl who's gone missing.
Aww. That does sound like a very interesting premise.
First of all, girl, you want to be Beastar so bad.
Oh yeah, no, this is like, yeah. Are we gonna see a lot of Beastars clones now?
Oh no, I hope not. I mean, yeah, God, I hope not. I really don't. I really don't. I've seen a slight increase in like this kind of anime, like for like the past 2 years.
Maybe. Shit, Beastars started a new trend. Damn it.
Yeah. Meanwhile, no one's watching the best animal anime, which is Centaur's Life.
Yes, go watch Centaur's Life. That's
everyone go watch Centaur's Life.
Yes.
Like I can't. It's just you have to experience it and just be like, what?
We will continue to plug it every chance we get.
Yeah, it's really one of those where it just feels like. It feels like if you don't appreciate. It feels like I don't know when I think about how much I enjoy it. It feels like we're like the anime Illuminati. Like, oh yes, a Centaur's Life.
Oh yes, it was fun. It was a fine anime.
Oh my god, the world building. Oh my god, the way everything was so understated and yet properly pronounced.
Perfect. And then there was like, what the fuck are you talking about? The what life? Oh man.
Yeah, but I might give it a watch in my free time. Like
same. It could be good. It could be good. I'm not knocking that one.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Osana Najimi ga Zetai ni Makanai Love Kome. By Dogakoba. My childhood friend. Oh, great. This is first person perspective, and it's long. My favorite. My childhood friend Shiba Kuroha seems to have feelings for me. She lives next door and is small and cute. With an outgoing character, she's the caring Onesan type. This being one of her greatest strengths. This is a really unnatural way to talk to yourself. But I already have my first love, the beautiful idol of our school and the award-winning author, high school girl Kachi Shirokusa. Thinking about it rationally, I should have no chances with her. But while walking home from school, she only talks to me, with a smile even. I might actually have a chance, don't you think? Or so I thought. But then I heard that Shirokusa already has a boyfriend, and my life took a turn for the worse. I want to die. Why is it not me? Even though she was my first love. As I was drowning in despair and depression, Kuroha whispered, if it's that tough for you, then what about getting revenge? The best revenge ever, that is. This also sounds like a plot to a fucking porn. I think this is the one that Savior recommended to us once, or recommended to me once. Is it? Yeah, I think maybe. It could be interesting. I do like my, messy harem romance comedies.
It could, but I don't think we have the
yeah, we don't have the space for it, but I might watch it on my own. I'll keep an eye on it.
All right. Next up, we have Sayonara Watashi no Kramer by Liden Films. With no soccer accomplishments to speak of during the entirety of Sumire Suo's junior high school years, the young wing gets an odd offer. Suo's main rival, Midori Soshizaki, invites her to join up on the same team in high school, with a promise that she'll never let Suo play alone. It's an earnest offer, but the question is whether Suo will take her up on it. Thus the curtain opens on a story that collects an enormous cast of individual soccer-playing personalities.
Woo! You know what I don't like?
Soccer.
Correct.
Right. Right either. Next,
we have Seijo no Marioku wa Bano Desu by Dio Media. Sei, a 20-year-old office worker, is whisked away to a whole new world. Unfortunately for Sei, the ritual that summoned her, meant to produce a saint who would banish the dark magic, brought 2 people over instead of 1. And everyone prefers the second girl over Sei. Wow, dicks. But this is but this is just fine by Sei, who leaves the royal palace to set up a shop making potions and cosmetics with her newfound magic. Business is booming, and this might not be such a bad life after all, as long as her supposed sainthood doesn't come back to haunt her. I think that's a cute premise. I like that.
It is.
It does sound pretty cute. What is this? It's a fantasy romance? I might check this out on my own time.
Slice of life. Yeah, sounds right up your
Yeah,
alley.
this sounds like something I'd watch.
Okay. Well, up next we have Sentoin Hakenshimasu by JC Staff. What?
More JC Staff.
Oh, yeah, yet another one. Turns out evil takes initiative. With world domination close at hand, the Kisaragi Corporation turns its sights on interstellar conquest. And who better to take over a magical world than two randomly assigned minions? Combatant Agent 6 and his android partner Alice. But Six's path up the evil corporate ladder won't be easy. A demon lord's army is hatching its own nefarious plan.
This is the Konosuba one. Same author as the Konosuba. I read the first few chapters of it, and I know we watched Kemono Michi before, and it would like turn out to be a dud. I think that this one has way more potential than Kemono Michi did.
Okay.
So I heavily advocate for this, and
we can put it on.
Yeah, what was I gonna say? Yeah, it has a very Excel Saga feel, very Excel Saga like, as you can tell by the premise of like evil corporation tries to rule the world.
Yeah.
So I'm hyped for it.
All right.
Next up, we have Seven Knights Revolution Au no Keishosha by Domerica and Linden Films. Aeons ago, valiant heroes fought against the forces of destruction. While their deeds passed into legend, the power of these heroes was later inherited by successors who fought to protect the world. One day, Faria, a successor of the Seven Knights, saves an ordinary boy named Nemo from the forces of destruction. During the ensuing battle, Nemo summons the power of a hero and becomes a successor as well. However, Nemo's hero is a stranger that is unknown to history, and so an epic journey where the past and present collide begins. Sounds like a generic fantasy action anime.
It really does.
All right.
That's
Mm-hmm.
Shadow's House by Cloverwork. In Shadow's house, a faceless clan lives in a large mansion, masquerading as nobles. Their caretakers are living dolls who spend their days cleaning up the dirt the tenants leave behind. But there's a deeper mystery at play. The secret of the house will be unveiled.
This actually looks really creepy.
Yeah, it does. And
it is by Cloverworks, which I love Cloverworks. Can I see what Cloverworks did besides Babylonia? Oh, Promise Neverland. I was about to say this looks like Promise Neverland.
Promise Neverland. Shit, that really popular. Oh, Black Clover.
Black Clover, yeah.
Wow, they did Wonder Egg and Horimiya.
Oh, it's gonna look so good.
Oh man. Oh man. Oh man.
What do you want to do? Maybe?
Yeah.
Alright, 1000 maybe. Next up we have Shakunetsu Kabaddi by Domerica and TMS Entertainment. Story centers on the first-year high school student Tatsuya Yoshigoshi, a former ace soccer player who dislikes sports. He gets invited to join a team for the contact sport Kabaddi. He scoffs at the idea at first, but becomes interested after watching a Kabaddi practice. I used to know what Kabaddi was, and then I forgot somewhere along the line.
Me? I feel like I knew it as well.
I think it's like an Indian sport.
Yeah, it is. I heard of it like once, so yeah, I didn't know what it was.
Yeah. Well, if anyone in the comments knows what Kabaddi is, let us know. But for now, Passu.
Up next, Shaman King by Bridge. A new adaptation of the Shaman King manga. On a starry night, middle schooler Manta meets Yo Asakura, a young shaman who has the ability to talk to spirits, but also has the ability to let them possess him to use their powers. Yo has a heavy duty on his shoulders. He must become the Shaman King by winning the Shaman Fight, a tournament between shamans that happens only once every 500 years. Joined by his spirit medium fiance, Anna Kyoyama, his personal samurai spirit, Amidamaru, and his other friends, Yo must also face a larger evil, Hao, a powerful man who aims to create a new world with only shamans by becoming the shaman himself.
I never saw the original Shaman King.
I've seen some episodes. It was cute.
I'm definitely gonna watch the remake just to get a feel for it, but we're not covering this on the podcast, right?
No.
Okay, but yeah, I am interested in seeing that. Next up we have Shinkansen Henki Robo Shinkalian Z by OLM. New series based on Takara Tomi's toy line. Why couldn't that be the thing for Bakugan and Vanguard and the other thing?
Oh, you got one. There you go.
We're not watching this. I don't care.
Next we have Slime Tashite 300 nen Shiranai Uchi ni Level Max ni Natemashita by Rebel Root. An at-home comedy about a powerful girl who doesn't work too hard. Don't know why they put this emo in there, but okay. After dying of overwork in the real world, I'm reincarnated as an immortal witch, and I spent 300 years enjoying a relaxing life. At some point, though, I end up at level 99. All those years spent killing slimes to make money to pay the bills gave me a ton of experience points. Rumor of the level 99 witch spread, and soon I'm up to my ears in Curious Adventures, Duelist Dragons, and even a monster girl calling me her mom. This isn't a dojo, so don't come here to fight me. I've never been on an adventure, but I'm the strongest in the world. What's gonna happen to my relaxing life?
Aw, this sounds cute.
Yeah. Probably watch on my own time.
Same. We have enough slime isekai. Thank
Right.
you very much. Next up, we have SSSS Dynazenon by Trigger. Of course, it's by Trigger. One day, Yomogi Asanaka, a first-year student at Fuyukida High School, runs into a mysterious man named Gauma, who claims to be a kaiju user. The sudden appearance of a kaiju is followed by the entry of a gigantic robot. Dynazenon in the wrong place at the wrong time are Yume Minami, Kiyomi Yamanaka, and Chisei Asukagawa, who are dragged into a fight against the kaiju. What was that other one? What was that one show that was really popular that also had mechs? Like a couple of seasons ago. Gridman? This looks like Gridman. I think it was Gridman.
It was like Darling in the Franxx?
Also Darling in the Franxx. Basically all the other mech anime that were popular in the past 2 years or 3 years. I'm not a mecha fan. I am not. The only mecha anime I actually really like is Code Geass, and that's barely for the mechs.
Yeah.
So, pass.
I like that they made the mechs pretty in that show.
Oh yeah, the mech is pretty.
The designs of the mechs in Code Geass are very nice to look at.
Mm-hmm. They look more practical than like the Gundam mechs. That's why. Like they look like they could actually realistically exist.
I mean, I like the designs for Gundams too. They're also like really cool.
Yeah. Only two Gundam.
Well, not Gundam. Gundam Wing has some really cute ones.
Yeah, I guess. So.
It's just the art style that was like.
Yeah, the art style didn't do it for me. I really gotta watch Gundam Build Fighters though.
All right. Up next, we have Subarashi Shiki Kono Sekai, the animation by Shine Animation and Domerica. Neku awakens in the middle of Shibuya's bustling scramble crossing with no memory of how he got there. Little does he know he's been transported to an alternate plane of existence known as the Underground. Now an unwilling participant in the Mysterious Reapers game, Neku must partner up with a girl named Shiki in order to survive. Together, they complete missions and defeat monsters known as noise. As they gradually uncover the true nature of this twisted game, there's only one way to stay alive in Shibuya. Trust your partner. Will they survive the Reaper's game?
This reminds me of Osama. Oh,
God.
sorry, it just reminded me of that. It looks like that one JRPG game.
Yeah, no, this game is. I feel like this show is like, it's like well known-ish. Like I know people have been looking forward to this coming out.
Really? Wait, isn't an adaptation of that game, that video game, The World Ends with You?
Yes.
Oh, the one I'm like, damn, this looks a lot like that one JRPG.
I'm almost positive.
Oh, interesting. Cool. I never played the game.
Yeah. Me neither.
Well, either way, pass.
Yeah. Pass.
Next up, we have Super Cub by Studio Kai. Story centers on Koguma, a high school girl in Yamanashi. She has no parents, friends, or hobbies, and her daily life is empty. One day, Kogama gets a used Honda Super Cub motorcycle. That's one of these anime. This is her first time going into school on a motorcycle. Running out of gas and hitting detours become a small source of adventure in Kogama's life. She's satisfied with this strange transformation, but her classmate Reiko ends up talking to her about how she also goes to school by motorcycle. One day, Super Cub begins to open up a lonely girl's world, introducing her to a new everyday life and friendship. Basically, motorcycle advertisements, the anime.
Basically.
Pass.
Bitch, I can't even drive a car.
Yeah.
Up next, we have Tensura Nikki. Tensura Shita Slime Dadaken by 8-Bit. Dear Diary, I got reincarnated as a slime. Even in another world, lives aren't always on the line. There's plenty of work to be done, from feeding the community and forwarding the items the community needs, as well as plenty of play and hijinks throughout. Join Rimuru and friends as they kick back and enjoy their daily lives.
This is just what we need after that past season.
Okay, no. See, that gagged me is that it's like you're trying to make I mean that's pretty slice of life, even more slice of life.
Yeah, I know, that's kind of weird.
It's like they don't need this anime is so necessary. Yes, I know it got a little dark, but like come on. Also,
it's 12 episodes.
Why is it everyone animated all weird?
It's a different studio, right? 8-Bit? Does 8-Bit
Yeah.
They didn't do the other season, right? They didn't do... Because it's JC Staff doing the... Oh, they did the OVAs.
Yeah.
Oh, and the first season.
And
I think part of the first season?
Yeah. It just from the art. It just.
Oh no, they did the second season too.
Oh.
Okay, never mind. They just did a different art style for this spinoff.
That's so weird.
Yeah, that is really weird. I'm gonna watch it, but we're not covering it on the podcast. That's right.
Yeah, let me know how that goes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
God knows you would explode if we watched it on the podcast.
I would never. Guys, don't even bother suggesting this, so we'll just pick something else.
Next up, we have Thunderbolt Fantasy Season 3, the sequel to Thunderbolt Fantasy Season 2, by Pili International Multimedia. I really want to watch this show. I really gotta get into Thunderbolt Fantasy.
Episodes, and it's definitely it's so new. It's a very refreshing art style. I think I stopped watching my friends because my friends found it kind of creepy. I don't know.
I can imagine. It does look kind of creepy at times, but yeah, I really want to get into it.
I don't know. To me, it's just dolls, like just moving around, animation shit. And I think it's because this is my first time like watching like a series where it's like dolls. I think of this YouTube series called Most Popular Girls in High School, where they just put Barbie girls like in like some.
Oh yeah, I think you showed me that before. That comedy one, right? Yeah,
exactly. It's a comedy one where all bumfuck nowhere in the West, and they're just being very they're cheerleaders like in high school. It's very funny, guys. So I guess I'm just used to dolls, just
doll animations.
Doing that. Yeah, and animation and whatnot.
Well,
so yeah. So if you're not creeped out by dolls, I would say definitely check out. Well, I guess start at the beginning.
Yeah, start the first season. Don't jump
So
to
it's pretty
the third
cute.
season.
And for, like I said, for animation, it's a lot better than I would think it would be.
Yeah.
It's much better than I thought it would be.
I'll make time one day.
Hmm.
But for now, let's take a look at Tokyo Revengers by Linden Films.
Oh, I think that's neat.
Oh, is it you? Wait, did I?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Takemichi Hanagaki is a freelancer that's reached the absolute pits of despair in his life. He finds out the only girlfriend he ever had in his life that he dated in middle school, Hinata Tachibana, had been killed by the ruthless Tokyo Manji gang. Damn.
That escalated.
Yeah, right? The day after hearing about her death, he's standing on the station platform and ends up being pushed over to a track by a herd of people. He closes his eyes thinking he's about to die, but when he opens his eyes back up, he somehow had gone back in time 12 years. Now that he's back living the best days of his life, Takemichi decides to get revenge on his life by saving his girlfriend and changing himself that he'd been running away from. And changing himself that nope, that's
not proper English. Nope.
Um,
Again, very interesting premise. I like time travel-y shows. This seems a bit too serious for my taste, though.
and then be all like, "Oh, guts,
yeah, super hyper masculine. Like, oh, be a man and fight all these gang members. Oh, if it does have good animation, it could work.
Mm-hmm.
But either way, Passu. Next up, we have Vivi Fluorite Eyes Song by Wit Studio. An AI named Matsumoto appears before Vivi, the world's first autonomous humanoid AI. Matsumoto's mission is to rewrite history together with Vivi in order to stop the war between AI and humans that will happen 1 century later. Oh shit, the Terminator movie?
Terminator, but make it anime.
Make it anime and change Arnold Schwarzenegger out with this waifu AI. Cute, but that's no. I'll watch it myself.
Yakunara Mug Cup Mo by Nippon Animation. The city of Tajimi, located in the southern part of Gifu Prefecture, Japan, is famous for Mino earthenware. Oh, excuse me. The city is dotted with historical pottery producers and ceramic art museums, has facilities where you can try your hand at making pottery, and many restaurants that serve food on Minoware dishes. The story begins when a high school girl moves to a shopping street in Tajimi. Many encounters await her, friends, townsfolk, ceramic art, etc.
That sentence is so weird.
I understand what they were trying to say. Many encounters await her. Friends. Oh yeah, no, that's still still makes sense.
Yeah.
Encounters. I know what they're trying to say, but yeah. Very poorly written sentence. Anyways, what will she discover in a town famous for ceramics?
Now, Drew, calm down. I know there's nothing more exciting to you than a slice of life anime about ceramics.
What will she discover in a town famous for ceramics? Bitch, I don't know because I won't be watching.
Let us know. Let us know in the comments.
Y'all can let me know.
Yeah, let us know in the comments what she finds in this ceramic town. But oh god, pass. Even for my standards, pass. Next up, we have. I thought we hit rock bottom with the Eurocamp camping slice of life. But all right, whatever. I know I upset some people with that. Yokai Watch Season 2, sequel to Yokai Watch. Pass.
Okay. Up next we have Yukoku no Moriarty Part 2 by Production IG. The second core of Yukoku to Moriarty. In the late 19th century, the British Empire nobility reigns while its working class suffers at their hands. Sympathetic to their plight, William James Moriarty wants to topple it all. Frustrated by the systemic inequity, Moriarty strategizes to fix the entire nation. Not even consulting Detective Sherlock Holmes can stand in the way. It's time for crime to revolutionize the world. The story continues in part 2. Oh no! I just realized they made Sherlock hot.
I was about to say, wow, that's a sexy Sherlock Holmes.
That is a really sexy Sherlock Holmes.
Jesus.
I mean, that's also sexy Moriarty.
Mm-hmm. Did you ever see the first part of this? The first season?
Nope.
Me either.
No.
So that brings us to our final show of this season, which is going to be one of the ones we're most looking forward to.
Oh, fuck. Yes.
Zombieland-saga Revenge by MAPPA. The second season of Zombieland-saga. From throughout the ages, a group of legendary girls have become zombie idols to save Saga Prefecture. It's the return of the cutting-edge zombie idol anime. One day, Minamoto Sakura lost her life in an unfortunate accident. Then 10 years later, after Sakura wakes in a strange mansion, mysterious idol producer Tatsumi Kotaro tells her that she will be joining a group of legendary girls to form an idol unit. The 7 girls are charged with a quest to save the fading Saga Prefecture and adopt the group name Flan-Chuchu. After overcoming the difficulties stemming from their different ages and different periods of history, their undead zombie bodies allow them to defy expectations of what idols can be. During the final winter of the Heisei era, they performed their first featured concert at the Karatsu's Furutsu Exhibition Hall, Arapino, taking another step towards becoming a legend. Now in the modern Reiwa era, the curtain rises on a new chapter in the story of Flan-Chuchu as they march towards a bright future full of hope. Holy shit, that was a long synopsis.
That was.
This was a really great anime. Really great. Kind of parody of an idol anime, but just funny in its own right, and way better than it has any right to be. Still has one of the best anime episodes of all time.
Yes. And we stand Lily in this house.
Yes, we do. Lily best.
Yes.
All right. So those are going to be the spring anime this season. Let's take a look back at what we're covering. So Kumiko, I believe, is still ongoing, right? So we're gonna keep going with Kumiko. On top of that, we're covering Hero Academia, Fruits Baskets, Nagatoro, Combatants Will Be Dispatched, and Zombieland-saga. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's exactly 6.
Are we done?
I think so.
Wait, Choto. Yeah. Hero Academia, Fruits Basket, Nagatoro, Sentoyan, Zombieland. Fuck, and then shit.
Wow, dang, that was the fastest deliberation we've ever had.
Because I think this is the first time there was no deliberation.
Yeah, literally.
It kind of was.
Oh man, damn. Well,
I haven't.
So I guess that's our lineup for.
It's literally just like a shit ton of comedies.
It is, although I think we have a good action in Hero Academia, and we do have Drama and Fruits Basket,
and we have Kumiko,
So, and on top of that, if you're a patron, a Twitch sub, or a channel member, I'll be throwing up a poll later on this week. You guys can vote for what the 7th anime of the podcast will be for us to cover every week. Obviously, we're going to exclude choices like Car Fight Vanguard, which we're not going to watch, or like anything aimed at children, or anything that's like a 5th season or 3rd season of something we haven't seen.
I really want to watch Cover Fumetsu.
You want to watch what?
I really want to cover Fumetsu.
Oh, I forgot about Fumetsu. Well, you know what? That'll be in the poll, guys.
Yeah, so vote for Fumetsu, please.
Vote for Fumetsu. Fumetsu will be there. Higeo Soru will be there. Issei Kaima will be there. Shadow's House will be there. All the good shows, whatever. There'll be a wide range of shows you guys can pick from. So if you aren't a patron and you want to become one, you know what to do. Until then, our lineup is going to be Hero Academia, Fruits Basket's the final season, Nagatoro-san, Seitoin, Zombieland-saga, Kumiko. Oh, and Kumiko. And yeah. Guy, I guess I'll send you this podcast.
That's it. Yeah.
Guys, if you enjoyed, I'm not used to ending like this. I'm scared. If you enjoyed this episode or the spring preview, then make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. If you haven't already, you follow us on Twitter, join the party on Discord, and follow us over on Twitch. All linked in the description down below. If you'd like, you can even become a beautiful patron like all these lovely people on screen right now and get yourself all those awesome perks, including the voting privileges I just talked about. Drew, do you have anything you'd like to add?
Yeah, please pick Fumetsu. I'd appreciate it.
Yes.
Just to make up for those other times you made me watch anime I didn't want to fucking watch.
Like Card Fight Vanguard or Log Horizon?
I know they didn't pick for those. Didn't we pick those ourselves?
I'm pretty sure they picked Card Fight Vanguard. And we were split between Log Horizon and Promised Neverland, so we left it to a poll.
Oh. Well, you know what? To be fair, they didn't know a lot of Horizon.
Forgive them, Father. They know not what they do.
And to be fair, I've seen most of Promised Neverland, so it's like,
Yeah, I heard that the second season.
No offense, it was a dumpster fire either way.
Yeah, it was a lose-lose, really.
Yeah, really and truly.
Either way, until next time, this has been Soberoni, and
Yeah.
we'll catch y'all later. Later!
Bye.